Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to learn about buttons in the Xcode. So in today's lecture we are going to learn how to perform some action when we tap on the button. So it's all about button in today's lecture, so let's straight jump into our general introduction. Then let's move to my screen and let's go. The new project in Xcode, right? That's what we do every time. Okay, let's select the iOS and blank template and click next, and we are going to give the name of the project to button in Xcode, right? We are going to select the theme as none. We are going to select the interface as storyboard, lifecycle, language is a Swift. If you haven't know anything about this, then you can watch my previous video where I have explained everything about this in detail, right? We are going to click next, and we are going to select the location where we want to store our project, and we are going to store in the download only, and then create. Right, just wait for the project to build up. Okay, then we'll do things. Okay, the project has built, and we are going to move to the storyboard where we will put the button. This is the toolbar where we can drag and drop any tool or anything like label, button, text field, switch, right? We can bring and drag and drop from here and use it in our UI, right? We are going to use today a button. We are going to learn about the buttons. So we are going to drag and drop a button from the toolbar over to our UI storyboard and into our view, right? We are going to change the background color of the button, right? We are going to give a system red colors to the background, and font color will be white, right? And we are going to change the text of the button, text style of the button, right? We are going to make it a custom, and in custom we are going to select a font of not essence Oreo, right? We are going to keep it bold and the size of 23, right? And this font is not looking good. We are going to keep it to Times New Roman, right? Times New Roman and bold, right? Now we will give a constraint to the button. We will give a constraint like this. If you haven't know about the constraint, then watch my previous lecture where I have explained everything about the constraint in that lecture. So go and watch that lecture so you will understand how to give the constraint to any tools like this. Okay, so we are going to keep from top to 100, from left to 20, and from right to 20, and we are going to give a height of 38, which is by default it is given to the button, right? So we'll add this for constraint to the button, and button will set at its place, right? So this is how our button will look like in every phone, right? So now we will go to our view controller and assign an action into our view controller, right? So we'll perform some actions. So to set the outlet of the button so that we can perform some action, then we have to drag and drop a outlet from the UI main storyboard to our view controller over here, where I'll show the insert action outlet or outlet collection of the button, right? So if we want to do some action by pressing on the button, then we have to drag and drop this outlet from the main storyboard to the UI view controller, right? So we will drag and drop this outlet and we will name it as detached button, right? So this is how we can create the outlet of the button, right? And now we will also change the name of the text of the button, right? We'll also change the text of the button. We are going to give it to subscribe, right? Yes, subscribe to my channel and like my video if you like this video, right? So now we'll print, first of all, for testing purpose, we will print some statement into our console to know that if tap event is working properly or not. Swift, right? So we'll see in the console if it is printing the statement that we have written or not, right? So wait for the simulator to start up and run our project, right? So we are going to print some statement and running into the simulator. Now I'll see if the statement that we have written it is printing in the console or not while we tap on the button. So right, it is printing the statement that we have set on the click of this button, right? So it is printing it, okay, right? So great. Now let's move to the next part and we'll erase that printing statement. Now we have to apply the border around the button, right? So how we can do it? We can do it by writing the programmatically. If you haven't seen my previous lecture about the border around the tool, then you can go and watch the previous video. We'll create the outlet of the button. Yes, we will create the outlet of the button and then go to our view controller, write some code to give the border around the text field, right? So we'll write button dot layer dot border width equals to 2 and button dot layer dot border color equals to color literal, and we'll give it a black color of border of black color, right? So now if we run our app, border color, right, sorry, border color, and now if you run our app, you will see the border around the button that we have created, right? So this is how you can give a border around the button by writing a code, right? Now if we want to make the corner of the button to curve shape, then we have to write one more line, dot corner radius equals to 10 and button dot layer dot mask to bound equals to true, right? And now if we run our app again, then you will see the corner of the button to be a slightly curved in shape, right? So this is how you can set the corner and border of the button. On the tap of the button events, we have to change the background color and the font color of the label. Then we have to first of all set the label. Then on the tap event of the button, we'll change the background and font color of that label, right? So we'll set up the label first. We'll go to our main storyboard and let it be loaded so that we can work on it. So wait for some seconds. Okay, it's loaded. Now we'll pick up from a label from the toolbar and then we'll set its property. We'll set as a logically swift, right? And then we'll set the text type to custom and we'll set a font of Optima, and we'll set it to bold, and we'll set the size of the font to 30, right? Okay, great. Then we'll give the background color as a blue, and we'll write font color, we'll give font color as a white, right? It look great, right? So now we will set the constraint. If you haven't seen the constraint lecture, my previous lecture, I have explained the constraint, everything about the constraint in depth, so go and watch that lecture if you have not yet, right? So go and watch. We'll give constraint to the order, and we'll set the text alignment to the center, right? So it looks better that, right? Now we'll create the outlet of the label so that we can make a change in the label, right, on the tab of the button, right? So we'll take as a label, outlet as a label, right? So now we have to change the background color and the font color, so we will make a variable of the bg color equal to UI color. We will set initially the color to blue because we have set the color to blue, right? We'll set UI color dot blue, right? And we'll set the font color to white, right? Because initially we have given the font color of the label to white, right? This is the two variable we have created of the color of background of the label and font of the label, right? Now on the tap event of the button, will check the condition. If the will check by ternary condition, if the font color is white, then we'll change it to blue, and if it's of white blue color, then we'll change it back to white, right? How we can write the ternary condition? See, we'll write the variable name, and then we'll compare the variable name equals UI color dot blue. Then we'll set a question mark, then make it to white, right? And if not white, then make it again to blue, right? Same goes for font color. We'll check the condition for the font color, UI color dot blue, sorry, dot white, because initially the color is white, and then UI color dot blue. If not blue, then set it back again to white, right? This is how we can set the color. Now after writing this two line, we will set the label background color and font color, which are updated colors, so that we can update the label color and background color on the tab of the button, right? So we'll write the outlet which we have taken from the label. We'll write label dot background color equals to bg color, and label dot font, or sorry, text color equals to font color, right? So we'll change the background color to the updated color and the font color to also the updated font color, right? So if we now run our app, then you will see on the tab of the button we'll change the label background and font color. So wait for the app to start. Okay, now it's running. Now if we press the button, then you will see the background goes white and the font color goes blue. And now if we tap again, then background goes blue and font color goes white, right? So you with the tap of each event, you will see the background color and the font color of the label changes. So this is it. This is how you can change and do something on the tap of the button. You can make the user to log into something, or you can do whatever you want at the tap of the button by the user, right? So that's it. If you like my video, then give a like to it and share it if you love it, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching my videos. Thank you so much, guys, and bye. And we'll meet you at our next session, right? we will learn more about the Xcode. So thank you guys, thank you for watching.